What's up, guys? Hope everyone's been doing well and shit. I got an update for you. No, I don't. Collection video. Nothing special. Some stuff you guys might like. I know I got two bands here with the 10 albums, 10 CDs, and both are very popular, massive fan base. I'm sure a lot of you will chime in and give me your 2 cents. So yeah, 10 CDs. We're in the letter C still. Man, I feel so rusty. I've been recording videos as much lately, and I just feel fucking bleh. Anyway, let's start. First one, we have kind of where we left off with the last video. We have Candlemass Lucifer Rising EP from 2008. I definitely do dig the Robert Lowe era Candlemass. I think it's great. Really, I mean, you can't. No band can compete with the Messiah stuff. I mean, even Candlemass can't compete with that. It's just unbeatable, and that was the Candlemass. But whatever. I mean, having said that, like I said, Robert Lowe. You know, you might know him from Solitude Aeternis. Fucking amazing. One of the best singers in metal as well. So anyway, I liked that era. This EP is not that great. It comes with re-recording of Demon's Gate, which was pretty cool, and then 2 new songs, Lucifer Rising and White God. Neither of them were very good. Of the Robert Lowe era stuff, this is probably their worst. But anyway, I fucking love Candlemass, and I picked it up anyways because it's Candlemass. God damn it. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again, and I hate to admit it. I only have like 3 or 4 Candlemass CDs, and I don't have any of the Messiah era stuff personally at this moment, so I shouldn't say that on camera because it's embarrassing as shit, so feel free to ridicule me mercilessly, or if you have any Candlemass stuff you want to send me for free, I'll take it. Just kidding. I wouldn't expect you to do that. Anyways, fucking stop that rambling. Candlemass, Death, Magic, Doom. This album is pretty fucking good. If I were to compare it to the one before it, which was the King of the Grey Islands, I would say it is about, I'd say they're about dead even with each other. They both have some really great tracks. They both have some, I mean, even at worst on those 2 albums, this one and that one, even the weaker songs are still probably 7 out of 10. So pretty solid stuff. I haven't heard, I don't own the one that came after that, the last full length they did, and I've heard it a little bit. I remember thinking it was pretty good. Anyways, I don't really have much to say about it. I need to buy that, delve into it a little more. But anyway, King of the Grey Islands, which I didn't show in this video, and Death, Magic, Doom, I think are both pretty good. If I Ever Die, that's a really fucking good song. Hammer of Doom, really good song. The Bleeding Baroness, pretty fucking awesome. Good album, man. You know, for a band, you know, that started in the 80s, and this is probably their 10th album or so. I mean, that's hard to beat, really. Alright, next we have just one band, 8 CDs, and I have even more than that from these guys. Yeah, this is going to be a band everyone fucking knows. People either love or hate, or just don't want anything to do with it all. A lot to talk about, really, though. A lot of opinions on eras, and, you know, opinions on the band in general. Cannibal Corpse. Yes, we all know them. I feel like Cannibal Corpse is one of those bands that I think a lot of the more diehard metal fans kind of turn their back on because, I mean, let's face it. I mean, they not only are they a band, but they're a business now at this point. This is what they do. They make music and they make a living off of it. They're not trying to make albums, you know, that only 100 people are going to buy, or they're not trying to go on tour and play for 20 people every night. You know, they're in this for the long haul. But I will say, I mean, yeah, they pretty much will take any big offer they get. They'll tour with any, you know, flavor of the week band, and that yeah, I get it. That turns a lot of people off. But the fact that they never dumbed down their music. Yeah, they played death metal. Basically the way it was when they started, you know, maybe not as raw and primitive, but they really didn't change. They did not change. They never added hardcore breakdowns or they never sold out. I don't think, not as far as their music goes. And for someone that did it or has done it for as many years as these guys, that's really fucking impressive. This fucking glare on my glasses. I hate that shit. But anyway, Butchered at Birth, great album. I definitely prefer the Chris Barnes era stuff, and for several reasons. I think he's a better vocalist than George Fisher, but nothing against George. I think he's good too. And I just prefer the albums in general. I kind of preferred that more bludgeoning, more primitive death metal. You know, they were always good musicians. They're always pushing their technicality, but I feel like on the earlier stuff it was a little more raw and rough around the edges. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my TV off real quick. That's where the glare's coming from. Fuck it, whatever. It's broken or something. What a waste of time. I'm sorry. By the way, what we're listening to, we have. God damn it. I'm fucking. My brain's fried right now. We have Racer X with maximum difficulty, technical difficulties. I'm fucking tired. I shouldn't be doing this. I should not be doing this. But it's my style. I do not re-record shit. I don't edit shit. I just let it roll, and you get what you fucking get. Number 4, if anyone's still watching, as I always say, there's got to be at least 2 people hanging on. Tomb of the Mutilated, their 3rd album after this one. So album number 3 in their discography. You'll notice that I've had this for years, and you'll notice that I have the, this is not the Tomb of the Mutilated cover that you're used to seeing. This is the censored cover, which used to bother me when I was, years ago. But I realized, man, Vince Locke is a cool artist, and even for a fucking censored cover, that's pretty good. That's pretty badass. It's still good art, so I don't mind having that. Probably pick up the original someday, but whatever. This is what I got for now. It's still cool, like I said, and it's all this. It's only a censored cover art. There's nothing else censored about it. Great album, man. What can I add to this? Hammer smashed face, a cryptic stench. It's a classic album. It's a classic death metal album. It's I believe if most Cannibal Corpse fans, if they're gonna pick 2 or 3 of their favorites, it's most likely gonna be on there for almost everyone. So it's a great album. Number 5, and these are all in order, by the way. I actually put them in order and did it correctly. Fucking imagine that. Number 5, The Bleeding. I always thought this was a fantastic album. I always thought this was one of their best. I would go on to hear a lot of, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people say that they don't like it, that it's overrated or that it's weak, or I don't know, man. I think it kicks fucking ass. This is a Digipack re-release from, I don't know, 5 years ago or some shit. Great album, man. It's the last album with Chris Barnes. Pretty sure I'm right on that. I've been wrong before. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do, and I've been wrong about Cannibal Corpse a million times. I thought this was the last album with Chris Barnes, but I could be wrong. Anyways, this is probably, I mean, if I were to pick a top 3 or 4, I think this would definitely be in it. Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. Yeah, what more can I say? The Bleeding. I think it's a great album. That was number 5. We got number 6. We got Vile. This is another album that I seem to see or hear a lot of hate on this album. I think it's fantastic. I have the 25th Metal Blade Records anniversary re-release with a bonus DVD that I actually have watched. Imagine that, and it's really fucking good. It's just live footage from the Vile era. It's awesome. Yeah, I love Vile. I think it's a good album overall. Number 7. That was, by the way, Vile. I've been corrected before. I mean, I knew it, but I forgot. This is the first album with Corpse Grinder. So, yes. Number 7, we have Gallery of Suicide. I didn't much like this album years ago, and to be honest, I listened to it a couple years ago, and I find this one to be kind of boring. I don't know. I like Cannibal Corpse overall. I don't think anything they've done is relatively bad, but I'm not massively into this one. It's just kind of, to me, it just sounds really repetitive, really, it sounds kind of uninspired. I don't know, I kind of find it boring. That's just my personal opinion. If I were to pick a least favorite album of theirs, this would definitely be it. That's just me. You're totally okay to say something different, to feel different. That was number 7. We got number 8 with Gore Obsessed. I remember when this album came out, or at least when I got it first. I think it was when it came out. Didn't really like it that much. I thought it was kind of weak. I thought it was kind of on the boring side. Last time I listened to it was a couple years ago, and I actually thought it was pretty good. I honestly don't remember it too well at this point. It's been years since I've heard it, but all I remember is the last time I heard it, I had a bigger appreciation for it, so I should probably revisit it. I really like the song Pit of Zombies. I remember that. That's all I can really remember right now, so I'll have to revisit that one soon. Fuck, I'm tired. Number 9. We have The Wretched Spawn with the Digipack version, which I think was the original version. Got a bonus DVD, the making of the album, which I don't think I ever watched. Typical disgusting, weird, zombie-ish art. Excuse me. This album I always liked. I liked it when it came out. I still think it holds up pretty well. It's really fast. It's one of Cannibal Corpse's fastest albums. I mean, this one is just blazing through pretty much the whole time. It's a good album. I felt like when this came out, it was better. Well, I don't want to say better than anything they've done, or I mean better than the last few, because I really liked Bloodthirst. And by the way, I do own Bloodthirst on CD, but I couldn't find it. I only have the disc and I'm missing the case. I do have it on vinyl. You can see it behind me, picture disc. I could talk about that one real quick, actually. Bloodthirst, for me, that is the best, hands down the best Corpse Grinder Fisher album. Cannibal Corpse, and it's also in probably my top 5 Cannibal Corpse albums. So I thought that one actually really brought some new life into the band. I feel like it should have rekindled a lot of people's interest. Had someone lost interest prior, that one should have kind of drew them back. Really good album. It's brutal as fuck, man. That album is just, it's vicious, devastating. But anyway, Wretched Spawn kind of reminded me of kind of almost, not quite Bloodthirst Part 2, but kind of Bloodthirst-ish. Not quite as good, but still pretty good. I felt like it was better than Gore Obsessed and better than Gallery of Suicide, in my opinion. Number 10, and this is where we gotta call it a day, because I'm only showing 10 CDs like always. Cannibal Corpse, Kill. This was not a comeback album, but for me, this was kind of started a new era of Cannibal Corpse. That's what it was. So that should have been the cover. It's pretty cool. They went with a really simplistic cover for the first time, I feel like, ever. I think they went with a cover like that. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not Cannibal Corpse, really, without some zombies raping something or something like that. But anyway, this is kind of a new era for the band. I don't know if it had anything to do with Eric Rutan producing. He produced this one. He produced the following 2 albums after this, and he's producing the new one as well. So I don't know if he has anything to do with it, but I felt a kind of a reinvigorated Cannibal Corpse, man. When this album came out, I went and grabbed it the day it came out, and I was pretty floored, man. I thought it was pretty kick-ass. Necrosadistic Warning, 5 nails through the neck, make them suffer. This whole album is pretty good. I found myself enjoying the band more than I had in years. I think this is one of the better albums they've done, and the following few albums, 3 albums after that, were really good too. So yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to what they do next. They have an album coming out, I think, in the fall. So yeah, man, like I said, everyone has a definite opinion on Cannibal Corpse, and they're almost kind of like, I don't know. For some reason, I just wanted to come out of my mouth. I was just gonna say they're like the Pantera of death metal, but that's awful because I don't like Pantera. But the reason I say that, I think, is because they're one of those bands that whenever their name comes up, everyone has to give their 2 cents, and everyone either loves them or hates them. I personally don't like Pantera, but there's so many people that do, and I feel like Cannibal Corpse are the same way. You say the name, and every metalhead has to tell you how much they fucking hate them or how much they like them, and which you're entitled to your opinion either way. But I mean, yeah, sometimes metalheads' opinions get kind of old and fucking annoying and cliche a lot of times too. But anyways, that's 10 CDs. I'll come back when I feel like it again for the next one. I have like the next 3 Cannibal Corpse albums after that, and whatever else I have in alphabetical order that comes after Cannibal Corpse. So, once again, I hope everyone's doing well. Also, congratulations to Eric Bauer for just getting married. That's awesome. I never picture myself getting married. I doubt it will ever happen. But I think it's really cool when people do make it happen. It's awesome. So, congrats, Eric. If you watch this, I'm happy for you, man. I'm really happy for you. That's all I got. We will talk next time. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.